Hey, what is this stupid message you left me? Where the hell are you?
I'm sure you can read what it says there. It is no longer possible to live with you.
Are you saying you're not coming back?
Correct. We are leaving you for a new life. We need to get a divorce.
Where is this coming from? A divorce? Where the hell is my son?
Do you think I would leave Jake with you? Of course I wouldn't. We are leaving, not only for me, but for Jake's sake as well.
What? You make it sound like I've done something to him.
Why don't you get it? All along, you've hurt Jake so much. You don't deserve to be his dad. You've said so many discouraging things to him. Like the time you laughed at him when he said he wanted to become a hero to save people?
Are you serious? You are saying I hurt him because I said he can't be a hero? You are crazy!
It's not just once or twice. You broke his heart. Every time you say something like that, Jake goes to hide and cry. The first words that come out of your mouth in a conversation are always negative. It's very tiring to live with someone like that.
Because you guys are idiots! I'm not left with much choice. I mean, come on, a hero? He's too old for that.
You always look down on us and say many mean things. We have been hurt enough. We don't want to be around you anymore.
What mean things? You have to be specific.
You've called us stupid, idiots, worthless. You've also called us parasites, a burden. As if you are any better than us.
You are parasites! I make the money. You two just spend!
You're wrong. But even if that was true, you don't say such words to your wife and child. Jake has become unsocial because of you. Because you keep denying his every move and words. He has lost his confidence. I can't let you do that to him anymore. No more. We've had enough.
Enough? I'm the one who's had enough! My wife is useless and my son is an idiot! You two have irritated me all along!
You should really try to fix your arrogance. Or else you'll be left with no one around you.
What are you? Why the hell do I have to be dumped by you, you bitch? You can't live without my support.
No worries. I found a support group for people like us. They have already helped me find a job. It'll be fine. I am Jake's mother. It will be fine.
I don't accept this. You can't divorce me.
We'll take this all the way to the court then. My friend has agreed to introduce me to her lawyer. I will fight for Jake.
A lawyer? Whatever. If you want to leave me, then do as you please. But don't come back to me crying. Hey, long time no speak.
Tom, what do you want?
How are you?
I'm okay.
How was Jake? It's been what, like 5 years since I last saw him? But he's grown so much.
It was 7 years ago. Because you weren't interested in seeing him anymore, remember? Thankfully, Jake didn't want to see you either, so it worked out for all of us.
I was busy back then. Wow, hard to believe it's been 8 years since we've gotten a divorce. Does Jake work?
He's in college. So what, you're suddenly interested in seeing him again?
No, not really.
I figured. Why are you messaging me? What do you want?
Well, I just heard by word of mouth. Are you running a company now?
Who did you hear it from?
It doesn't really matter. So, is it true?
Yes.
Ha! Who would have thought a housewife like you would be able to run a company? What trick did you use?
Trick?
There's no way you could have just worked your way up. Did you honey trap some dying entrepreneur or something? You must have used a dirty trick! I mean, you? Become a president of a company? You did something, I know it.
You have an active imagination. It's unfortunate you haven't changed.
Oh well, I don't care about how you got there. How much do you make? Is the company growing?
It's none of your business.
Oh, come on, tell me!
What about you? What have you been up to these days?
I quit my job.
Oh, is that so? You used to boast about how good your job was, that you were secured for the rest of your life because of it.
They let me go.
You got fired? For what? You must have done something.
That company was just heartless. I only borrowed a little bit of cash.
You embezzled their money? Of course they would fire you.
So I don't have a job right now. I get by on borrowed money from people, but I'm having trouble finding a decent job.
I see. Well, that's too bad for you.
Then I hear about you becoming a hotshot.
I'm not lending you any money.
No, that's not it.
Well, what then? What do you want from me?
Marry me.
What?
I'll let you be my wife again. I wouldn't want to marry anyone since I don't want to have to look after them. But I see you're not that anymore.
Wait a second. Why do you think you can talk down on me like that?
I also want an executive position in our company. I wouldn't mind being the president. But there will be too much to do, so I'll pass for now.
Very funny. There's no position for you anywhere in my company. I've worked hard with my teammates to start this company. There's not a chance you get a piece of it anyway.
I have more experience as a businessman. I can make the company bigger. Just do as I say.
You are a lunatic.
Ah, what did you just call me?
Why would I listen to you? You can't give me orders. You are me orders. You are not my boss. And we are not getting back together. Never.
You have no right to say no.
You actually think the world revolves around you, don't you? Well, think again. There must be something wrong with you. You're sick. I wonder if arrogance can be an illness.
Hey, watch yourself, woman! I'm being nice to you right now by asking. You will regret this.
I will regret if I ever allowed you into my company. You would ruin our business in seconds.
What?
Did you think that I would obey if you intimidated me? Believe it or not, things have changed in 8 years. I have changed, and you mean nothing to me.
Changed? Don't make me laugh. You are the exact same worthless and useless idiot. I will give you a day to prepare. Tell your people and be ready for me. Hello? How long does it take to reply to me? It's been over it.
Oh, I've completely forgotten about you. What was it that you wanted again?
Yeah, excuse me. You've got some nerves to ignore me. I'm gonna make you cry again.
Cry? Why would I cry? Why should I cry for a filth like you?
You filth? Watch your mouth. You are useless without me.
Useless? I'm sorry, I don't know who you were referring to.
I'm talking about you, bitch.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about yourself.
You really do need a lesson, don't you? I'm gonna hurt you.
Hurt me? How? What can you possibly do? LOL. You don't have a job. You don't have money. Nothing.
You think you're allowed to talk to me like that? I will beat you!
Oh, I'm scared. So barbaric.
Don't try me, you will regret it.
How then? You have to be specific. What are you really going to do to make me regret it? You keep threatening me with nothing. You're embarrassing yourself.
I swear I will make you regret this. I know where you live.
How do you know where I live? Did you follow me?
I know your company. It wasn't hard to find you at all.
Ew, you are gross.
What?
I said you are gross. Are you bored? Oh, well, you must be since you don't have a job. You should stop wasting your time and do something productive, such as go look for a job.
You're mocking me now, seriously? Jake is home too, isn't he? I would hurt the both of you. You need to learn your place.
Oh, are you coming? I doubt you have the guts to show up. You are such a coward.
Who are you calling a coward?
You! When we were getting a divorce, it was hilarious how you got all scared the moment I said lawyer, LOL. You were terrified of the court. I mean, I always knew you didn't have balls, but that was just sad.
Okay, you said enough. I will teach you scared. I'm coming! Better not run, you bitch!
Blah, blah. Come if you can.
Help me.
Aw, what happened? I thought you wanted to teach me something.
You're supposed to be home.
I never said I was home. I'm working. And Jake is away. I said he's in college.
You fooled me. I went to your place and these huge men just ambushed me. Who the hell are they?
They are my staff. I told them my crazy ex was headed to my house and they agreed to greet you there. Because, you know, I couldn't myself.
Great. They dragged me into a car. I'm being taken somewhere now. Wait, do we headed to your office?
I don't think you have any business in my office.
Don't joke around with me. You ordered them to do this. Where am I going?
I only told them to greet you.
What are they doing to me? And what kind of company do you run? Your staff are all like a Hulk.
A security company. Aren't they the perfect guards? They are well trained.
They're terrible. All of them look like they're a part of a gang or something.
Oh, they're not. At least, not anymore.
Not anymore.
A lot of our staff have difficult backgrounds. Most are people who left gangs or bad friends to live a decent, good life. They sometimes have a hard time finding a job, so we hire them as security officers. It's a win-win relationship.
You hire gangs? You're out of your mind!
They are the best, hard-working staff ever. They are quite protective of me because I gave them a chance when they most needed it. They must feel like they owe me or something. That's why they might have seemed a little angry.
Wait, so then what are they going to do to me?
Well, my staff really dislikes you right now. I have no idea what they are up to next.
What? But you're saying they are good people now, right?
I think so, but you never know, I guess. Hope they don't hurt you too badly.
You have to stop them! Where are they taking me?
I wonder where.
I think the car is headed towards the sea. Oh my god, are they gonna drown me? Are they throwing me down the ocean?
You watch too much TV. I'm sure they won't go that far. They're not the mafia.
They would! I could see it in their eyes! Please stop them!
I don't know if I can.
I'm begging you! I will do anything if you stop them, please!
Anything? So, if I asked you to stay away from me forever, would you?
Yes! If that is what you want, I will stay away! I will never contact you again! I will leave you alone, I swear!
Not just me. You have to leave Jake alone, too. Never contact us again. Never. Don't even think that you are a father in any way. You have absolutely no relation to both of us. You will forget about us completely, as if we never met.
Okay, I will leave Jake alone too! I'm sorry I broke into your house. I'm sorry I followed you, and I'm sorry I ever called you names! I will forget the both of you.
I don't know, though. My staff were furious. They know how you treated me all along. They took it quite seriously. I mean, they were pissed.
Okay, I will apologize to them as well. I will tell them how sorry I am for treating their boss so badly. Oh, my knees. I don't want to die.
Are you sure, though? You said you wanted an executive position at my company.
No way. I don't want anything to do with a company like yours.
Excuse me?
Oh, meant. That was a typo. I meant I don't think I have the confidence to work at such a great company. I take back that I ever said I wanted to join.
Oh, really? I was going to offer you a position. Not as an executive or anything, though. Just as one of my staffs. I'm not sure if you would get along with the other guys, but...
No, I'm not good enough for your team.
Oh, too bad.
Please, you're almost at the port. You have to stop them. I don't want to end my life like this.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Hope they listen to me.
Thank you.
But, if you ever show up in front of me ever again, I swear, Tom, you will regret it very much.
I know, I promise. I will never call you, come near you, or even speak of you again.
So I guess this is it for us. Goodbye at last, you useless, worthless... 5 minutes later, I got a call from my staff. Tom was so completely shaken up that he wet his pants. They were all laughing so hard. They may have gone astray when they were young, but they are all good men whom I trust very much. Everything was my plan. I wanted to give him a payback for what he had made me and my family go through 8 years ago, and also make sure that he never approached us again in the future. My devoted staff helped me make it happen. I treated them all with dinner afterwards. A couple of days later, I told Jake what happened. He was rather jealous that he couldn't play a part in my plan. Jake plays American football in college, so he is as huge as my staff. Now that I think of it, it may have been funny if Jake confronted his father, but he doesn't even deserve to see his son, so I'm glad everything is over now. That I wasn't there to witness him wet his pants, though.
Hey, Mia. It's been a while. It's your mother.
Sorry, who?
I mean, your biological mother? Wait, didn't I give you this number before?
No, you never gave me this number. And anyway, what do you want from me all of a sudden?
Oh, come on. There's no need to treat me like a stranger.
You basically are a stranger to me, though.
This kind of stubbornness really doesn't look good on you. You're a girl, so try to act a little more courteous.
I've no courtesy for the woman who cheated on my dad and then abandoned us. Why are you even contacting me again right now? I thought I made it clear before that I never wanted to see or talk to you ever again.
Well, I tried to contact your father first, but he keeps ignoring me. So I figured that if it was going to be like that, I'd try messaging you instead. There's no problem with something like that, is there? It's your dad's fault for ignoring me.
Whatever it is you want to say to us, we don't want to hear it. Dad and I are happy living on our own without you. Don't contact us again. We want nothing to do with you.
How can you be so cold towards me? I'm the one who brought you into this world. Don't you even understand how painful giving birth is? The least you could do is act a little nicer to me.
If you bring this up again, I'll just block you right now.
Wait. I just want you to pass a message from me to your father.
Why? Dad not replying to your message is his answer to whatever you want to say. Just leave us alone and stop trying to involve us in your problems.
Look, I really am in a bit of trouble. I'll be honest with you. I'm really struggling with money at the moment. It's at the point where I can barely buy food to eat tomorrow.
So what? You want money from Dad? You guys are already divorced. He doesn't have to give you anything at all. Why don't you ask the guy you cheated on Dad with for money? You know, your new husband.
The two of us got divorced already, you know. That's why I'm trying to ask your dad for some help instead.
Is that it? Just get a job and earn some money on your own for once.
I can't do that right now. You see, I have a child to look after.
What do you mean you need to look after a child? Whose?
Her name is Katie. She's your little sister.
I still don't understand why this has anything to do with us.
Katie is still in elementary school, so I can't just find a job and start working. I need to be at home to look after her.
Since you have a kid, she also must have a father. Get him to pay for child support.
You're still just a child, so I guess you don't understand how the world works yet. But just because you get a divorce, it doesn't necessarily mean that you get child support as well. After Katie's father and I divorced, he cut all contact with me completely, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him no matter how hard I try. I haven't received even one payment from him.
And so what? Poor you? Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? I'm telling you that this has nothing to do with me and Dad. It just means that you were naive and got yourself into a bad predicament.
How cruel! Don't you care that your little sister isn't going to have any food to eat? This is the most important time for her development. Don't you feel even a little sorry for her?
Don't try and guilt trip me over this. I've never even met her before. Just because you message me out of the blue and tell me that I have a little sister doesn't mean that I'm going to have some sisterly feelings for her immediately. She's your daughter, so you're the one who needs to look after her. That's your responsibility as parent.
That's exactly why I need the money, so that I can look after her and provide her with what she needs. You can relate to how bad it is not to have food on the table, right? Remember that time I left you at home and went traveling with my boyfriend while your dad was away on a long business trip? You kept crying because there was no food. It was that fuss you caused that ended up exposing my affair and leading to the divorce in the first place. Since you know how it feels, I'm sure you don't want Katie to experience the same pain you did at that time.
Obviously, I don't want anyone else to go through that. If you were to do something like that a second time, you really would be the lowest of the low. You're not doing that again, are you? You're looking after her properly, right?
Well, that depends on you and your father.
What are you on about? How does it depend on us?
Just make sure you convince your dad to send me money, okay? Once he transfers some money into my account, I'll make sure that Katie can eat properly. I'll text you again later, so make sure you tell him what I said.
You gotta be kidding me. Who actually acts like this? You really are the worst.
This is Katie? Are the messages sending properly? Sorry, I don't really know how to use this thing that well yet.
Katie! Thanks for contacting me. I'm sorry about going to your house unannounced like that. You must have been surprised when I showed up.
It did surprise me at first, but I wasn't so worried once I realized you knew about me. I figured you must know my mom, too.
Oh, that makes sense. It's a good thing you have your own phone. Did your mom buy it for you?
Yeah, she did. She told me I need one so that she can tell me what I need to do.
Is that so? Anyway, we didn't really get to finish our conversation from before. This might sound strange, but you love your mom, don't you?
Of course I do. She's the only family I have.
Of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask anything strange. And I'm sorry for trying to get you to leave the house and come with me before. That must have made you feel a little uncomfortable, right?
Well, I'm not allowed to leave the house. Sorry, but I can't leave with you.
Why can't you leave the house? Is it because it was too late in the evening? You leave the house when you go to school, don't you?
I don't go to school.
What do you mean? You haven't been going?
Mom says that I don't need to go to school anymore.
Has she always said that?
Pretty much. I did go to school in the 1st grade, but I haven't gone since then.
I see. What time will your mom be home? Do you know?
I really don't know when she'll be back next. She does come back some days.
Comes back sometimes. She doesn't come home every night?
Sorry, can I ask you a question? Are you really my older sister? Was that true?
Yes, it's true. We have a different dad, but our mom is the same.
To be honest, I have a bit of a problem. Could you please help me?
What is it? I'll try to help if I can.
There's no more food left at home. Even if I ask Mom for some, she just tells me to drink some water. That's why I was so happy that you brought me over some snacks. Thank you so much, by the way. I was so hungry, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Don't mention it. I'm glad I was able to help you a little by bringing those snacks. I should have tried a little harder to convince you to come with me. Then you could have had a proper meal here at my house.
Oh, but I'm not allowed to leave the house. Mom will get angry at me if I do. I don't want her to get angry, so I don't really want to leave. But I would be really happy if you could come by with some more snacks another time. Oh, I'm sorry for asking you for something so selfish.
It's not selfish at all. Don't worry, I'll bring some again. But aren't you lonely being stuck at home by yourself all day?
It is lonely. I'm here all the time and I have no friends to play with.
And you want to go to school, don't you?
Of course I do. I really enjoyed it when I went in the 1st grade.
And you need to leave that place!
But Mom will get angry.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her for you. Is it okay if I come over now?
I think it's fine. Oh, but I wonder if Mom will get angry about it.
She won't. Don't worry. And even if she does get angry, I'll protect you. You have nothing to worry about.
I got it. Thanks. Mom told me that I'm not allowed to talk to adults apart from her. But it's fine if it's you, right? She wouldn't get angry at me for talking to my older sister, would she?
Of course it's fine. I'm still in high school, so I'm not an adult yet. Not only am I still a kid, I'm your sister, so everything is okay.
Ah, that's great. Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Mia, your dad is still ignoring my messages and he hasn't sent me any money yet either. What's going on? He should have sent something by now. Haven't you talked to him yet?
You seriously haven't noticed?
What haven't I noticed? Cut to the chase.
That your daughter has disappeared from home? I guess that means you haven't been home for days now.
What? Are you telling me you've been to visit Katie?
I did. I wanted to confirm what you had told me the other day. I got your address from Dad and went to have a look.
And what? You took Katie away with you?
Of course I did. Anybody would have done the same. How long have you left her there by herself? The house was a complete mess, full of trash. The fridge was empty. She was crying because she was so hungry.
What was I supposed to do about it? Your dad didn't send any money.
No, you had left her in that situation even before you came to us asking for money.
But anyway, thanks. It was so nice of you to take her away and look after her for me. I was thinking about going in to check on her sometime soon, but I really didn't feel like it. You really helped out there.
Are you crazy? You really haven't changed a bit, have you? What do you think would have happened to her if I didn't go there to see her? She was completely malnourished.
But she was still alive, right? So everything's all good. If you're worried so much about her, why don't you just keep her with you? I don't mind. You see, I've moved in with my new boyfriend recently. But I didn't tell him that I have a kid. So if you keep her there, it works out perfectly.
Always looking out for yourself. But Katie isn't here with me and Dad.
What? Then where is she?
We gave her in to Child Protective Services. Even though she isn't registered as a relative or anything, we couldn't just leave her at that house.
What? You went to child services? Are you out of your mind?
Of course we took her there. I might be her half-sister, but you're the one with official custody and responsibility over her. Dad said that there was no way that he was going to pay you money, but that if we just took her in ourselves, you cause a big fuss. So, we decided to go through the proper authorities to make sure you didn't try and make us out to be the bad guys who took your daughter away or something like that.
Bring her back right now!
That's not happening. Child Protective Services should have contacted you by now. So, have they? How hadn't you realized that she was gone for so long?
I did get a few phone calls from some unknown number, but I assumed that it was just a debt collector or something, so I didn't pick up.
You're in debt too? Why am I not surprised? You're so pitiful.
Hey, I needed money to live.
And I bet you used all that money on yourself. If you had used it for Katie, there might still have been some hope left for you.
So what's going to happen to me? I did get a warning from Child Protective Services that time I left you alone too.
You'll probably get arrested for child abuse this time. Surely you know that.
Arrested? But all I did was leave the house for a few days. And this time, I even got Katie a phone so that we could still stay in touch. So, it's not like she was really on her own the entire time or anything. If something had happened, she could always reach me so that I'd come back and help.
How many times did she message you saying that there was no food left? And you didn't come back to get her more or help her. You just kept telling her to drink water. You even got angry at her for bothering you with such small things. I don't even know why you got her the phone if you were going to basically ignore her anyway.
It's not like she died or anything. What's the problem? I was trying to make sure I didn't mess up again like I did that one time with you. That's why I got her the phone. And now because of you, I'm going to get in trouble again. How are you going to fix this?
What are you talking about? Have you really lost your mind? Are you really this stupid? Don't do things that you know you'll get in trouble for if they're found out. It's that simple. If you have kids, then you need to raise them properly. If you're just going to leave them alone all the time, don't have them.
Katie's father told me that he would pay child support. That's why I agreed on the divorce. I'm not the bad guy here. It's my lying ex who won't pay for child support who's in the wrong. And your dad, who won't give me any money either, is also part of the problem.
I agree that Katie's father is also in the wrong for not paying the child support like he was supposed to. But she was still in your custody. You had a responsibility to look after her properly. You always try to find someone else to blame for your mistakes. That much still hasn't changed, I see.
How about this then? I'll give Katie over to you two. I don't need any custody over her. I'll rescind it. And in return, you can tell Child Protective Services that we've already reached a conclusion and that they don't need to be involved anymore. I'm really happy with my current life and new boyfriend. I don't want it to get messed up by this.
Dad and I don't need to do anything just for you to keep your life going as it is. Why should we cooperate with someone like you? You can go to hell for all I care. You've done the same terrible thing twice now, with 2 different kids. You don't deserve to be happy.
Mia, please. This is the one request I have of you. Help me out this one time. I'm begging you.
No way. It didn't matter how many times either I or Katie wished and wished for you to come home. You never did. There's no reason at all for me to help you. Deal with all of this yourself this time. I hope you really feel the same despair that Katie must have felt all alone in that filthy house.
Mia, it's Katie.
Katie! It's so good to hear from you. I guess they finally let you use your phone there?
Yeah, someone taught me how to connect to the Wi-Fi here, so now I can finally message you.
That's great to hear. I'm glad we can finally contact each other again. I'm sorry I haven't been able to go and visit you. How have you been? Is everything okay?
Everything is good. Everyone here is really nice to me. But when do you think I'll be able to see Mom?
I think it won't be for a while. Mom is really busy with work at the moment, so she hasn't had time to visit you.
Oh, I see.
Listen, I spoke with my dad earlier. Katie, what would you say about living together with me and my dad?
Really? I could come and live with you and your dad?
Yeah. Of course, it's up to you, though.
Then I'll be able to be together with you more, right?
That's right.
Oh, but won't I get in the way? I mean, you, me, and your dad. We're not family.
If we all live together, you will become family.
I will? By living together?
Yeah! My dad also said he hopes you come to live with us.
He really said that? Oh, that makes me happy to hear that. The pancakes he made for me that other time tasted so good. I want to have those again.
He'll definitely make them for you again. Just hold on a little longer.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much. I'll be a good girl and wait for you here.
Don't worry. I already know you're a good girl. We'll definitely come get you soon. I promise.
I'll be here waiting.
After that, Child Protective Services and the police looked into Katie's case and how Mom was treating her and decided to take away her custody rights. She won't be able to regain custody of Katie for several years. For that period, Katie would either be placed in foster care or given to another relative to be looked after. Dad and I had really hoped that we would be the ones to look after her. We looked into every avenue that might make that possible. While doing so, we were able to get into contact with Katie's father. He said that if we wanted to take care of her, he would be fine with that and wouldn't have anything against it. Just like Mom, he seems to be a selfish person. As long as he wasn't the one who would have to look after her, he was fine to go along with anything we said. It really annoyed me having to deal with someone like that. But in the end, it would be much better for Katie to come and live with us instead of such useless parents like her mom and dad. What an ironic situation. Mom was arrested by the police for abusing Katie in the way she did. But despite the arrest, she wasn't convicted and didn't go to prison. But after she was arrested, her new boyfriend found out not only that she lied about having a child, but also the way that she had treated Katie, and their relationship collapsed. On top of that, her dad also caught up with her. And I heard that she is living a pretty miserable life now trying to pay it all off. Katie has recently started bringing Mom up in conversation too. So I think she is finally starting to realize the truth of the situation. I think it's important that she does find out what really happened. But Dad and I decided to wait until she is a little older before telling her. To be honest, even I was a little surprised that my dad was so open in taking Katie in to raise her. I don't have a whole lot of life experience right now, so maybe that's why I don't fully understand what he is thinking. But in normal circumstances, I think most people would really be against raising the child of their ex-wife and the man that she was having an affair with. I was the one who made the first move and tried to get Katie away from Mom without even discussing it with him. But instead of getting angry or scolding me, he praised me for my actions. I'll never forget how he patted my head and said, "You did the right thing." That moment will stay with me for the rest of my life. There's even a bit of feeling inside me that not only did I save Katie this time, but I also saved my younger self too. Saving Katie from the horrible situation she was in and receiving some positive affirmation from my dad made me feel really, really good. I hope that in the future, I can become someone as kind and compassionate as my dad. It's true that the three of us make up a kind of an oddball family, but I'm going to do my best so that we can all create happy memories together, and so that Katie will be glad that she came to live with us. I'll do everything in my power to protect my little sister from now on.